put my phone up, and that's me. And my third thing is I learn physical activities take a lot out of you. It's a place in Detroit. Oh, I mean, I said Detroit. Good Lord. There's a place in Dallas. Oh, I forgot the name that fast. They have rage rooms and like the X room and everything. And I go up there at least once every other month. I try to go up there as much as I can.
Sunday?
Well, not on Sunday. Well, normally on the weekend. I go up there. Yeah, I go up there and visit my sister.
AT&T Stadium.
AT&T, yes.
Yes.
You know it, huh?
Yes, yeah. But I promise you,
That's good.
you don't understand how much stress you have in you
Absolutely.
until you start breaking something.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you start beating the hell out of something.
Yeah.
You don't realize all that's pent up in you.
Yeah.
And it's good to get it out. Because my thing is, you get it out there, or it's going to come out somewhere else that you don't want it to.
Absolutely.
And my thing is, we have, as men, we have, like you said, we have to find avenues to get that out. Because again, we don't always, we may never, after this right here go off, I still might not go home and talk.
Yeah.
I promise you, I'm not going to go home and talk.
But this has been an outlet, definitely.
Right, but it's
Yeah.
still, but we have to find ways to get most of it out of us, because if we don't, the day it comes out is going to come out bad.
Yeah.
So I always, and so those are my three things that, as far as like outlets concerned, as far as like trying to figure out, and mind you, yes, this spot right here has been a blessing. Like, honestly, because I come here, we sit down, we talk, we have conversations. And it might not always be about military, but it's good to fellowship with our brother men who knows or experienced or is dealing. You don't know, you never know who you're gonna save after they done walked out this door. They might have came here with the thought of suicide.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So I want to give a shout out then
as
as a commercial. You laid that in. Hey, the sponsor tonight is Jake. He's a retired veteran. He served honorably and retired over
He is
this
my
side.
dude.
Yeah, so if you are ever in the Fort Hood area, Killeen, come on over to, there it is, the Leaf Affair.
The Leaf Affair,
The
man.
Leaf
The Leaf
Affair
Affair.
in Killeen, all right? But so I want to begin to wrap it up and close. So how do you protect your space? How do you protect that space that you're not deemed as selfish? Because Soul, my brother Soul, talked about having outlet places where he can go and do that, right? How do you protect your sacred space when you're dealing with stuff? For example, I recognize that when I'm stressed, when I'm dealing with a whole lot of anxiety, all kinds of things, my sacred space definitely has been calling my brothers, getting it out. But also, for me, it has been the movie theater, the cigar lounge now. But now I come in here, cigars, and we watch. What do we watch? What do I watch?
Murder,
Death,
kill.
Right. So this is the sacred place. Come in here with brothers and meet new, as Chef said, man, meet new people. My brother here is a financier. You got most people retired. I mean, my man here want to open his own business, his own cigar lounge. I mean, you have so many ideas and people doing some great things that you can have some connectivity, connecting with other great minds.
Yep.
And so as we begin to wrap, I want to ask, how do you protect your space and not deemed as selfish?
Go ahead, JT.
Well, let's just go around.
So the first thing I did was talk to my wife about establishing, for our sakes in our marriage. I would like this time to go out to the backyard, have a cigar, and really reflect on my day. And so she'll see me there, and sometimes she'll join me and she'll talk about my day. But we've had open expectations and communication about what we want out of each other and what expectations we want when it comes to expressing the stressors in our lives. A big one to Chef's and Sean's point. When I'm out there, I call my dad. I call my dad. It's usually midnight, 1 a.m. Right? I'm out there talking to him. He lives in a different time zone, so it's a little earlier for him. He was the man that broke the cycle of man up for us.
That's good.
So I'm a product of my dad, his dad, my grandpa. He was stoic. I don't think my dad remembers a couple a couple times in his life that his dad actually said, "I love you" to him.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I heard him say it also. I heard my dad say it to me more often. And now I'm encouraging that in my son. You know?
Yeah.
He comes up to me, he's like, "Dad, I'm frustrated." I'm like, "What are you frustrated about?" And we'll talk about it. Discourse is open. The dam is not there anymore.
That's good. That's
And
good.
it's,
That's good.
It's such a
That's good.
hearing
That's
y'all
good.
talk. I was thinking, I was like, man,
Yeah.
y'all are gonna break the cycle for your family.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's
And
good.
you're gonna have grandkids that see this as, wow, I didn't know a lot of people were dealing with this.
Yeah, a lot of men, a lot of people, not to exclude women, but I definitely want to. Dreams in Action is a place where people have dreams and ideas and put it into action. And it doesn't matter how you fail, how you messed up, how you made mistakes, but you can get back up. And that's what this page is about. People who have messed up, but you don't have to stay there. And so as I close, I want to say this. And if y'all want to jump in, you know, we're going to wrap it up in another 2 minutes. But I want to say this. For those who listen and watching, you come to this page, don't suffer in silence. Don't feel like that you're the only one that's out there and you're the only one that's dealing with pain. Reach out. For those who are active duty or retired, I want to say this. You have family life chaplains, and that's what I am. I'm being trained as a clinician, a licensed clinical therapist that recognize what it means to deal with individuals who are veterans, while at the same time having pain, and to walk you through that situation, whatever you face it. So if you are active duty or you are retired, I want you to reach out to your base resident clinicians, those family life chaplains. They are trained clinicians and they can connect to you. Also, we have the marriage and family life, and we call MFLAX. We have the docs on the base, and also those who are just civilian. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out and help somebody that may be going through, that you recognize them, and spend time with them, or get them the help, or get them what they need so they don't check out and, you know, do something that's going to affect the entire family and the community. And so, my brother said, I got some closing words before we close.
Yeah, one thing. Since we're talking about suffering in silence, since we're on social media, I notice as I go throughout social media, a lot of people, they air out how they feel on social media for the world to see. And a lot of times it's negative, and they're just throwing shade on somebody that hurt them or someone that offended them or whatever. But that's not the way to do it. If you need someone to talk to, find a professional, someone without bias that doesn't know you or the person that you have an issue with or what's going on in your life, and they can give you professional, sound advice.
Absolutely.
And don't be so ashamed to do that,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
the more you open up, you'll find that you already have the answers to your problems within
Absolutely.
already. So trust yourself, trust in the ability of the professional, and things will get better.
Yeah.
I mean, we all need some type of help, some type of counseling.
Yeah.
You know, find someone that you can trust. You know, a lot of times you have people that is willing to listen. And so I just want to encourage you, you know, don't put all your dirty laundry out on social media.
Absolutely.
Find a professional, you know, write it down how you feel, and set up positive affirmations each day, you know, and so that you can grow, regenerate, and become the person that you always meant to become.
Journal.
Yeah.
I want to say something before we go.
Yeah.
JT, you said you hit it on the nail. My son, I have 2 sons, and I didn't grow up with a father,
Yeah.
and I wanted to make sure that my children, my sons, and not just my daughters, understood that I'm gonna be there for them. We ride or die, dog, you know.
Yeah.
And I like my son, before my son go to school, before my son go anywhere, I kiss him on the forehead.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to show him that it's okay for a man to show affection to another man.
Absolutely.
Without it being, you know, without, as the kids now say, sus or whatever they call it. Well, because I want to make sure that my kids understand that it's okay.
To be-
You don't always
to
have to
love
be
your dad,
strong.
to love you.
Yeah, to love.
Yeah, to
You know,
love
you
other
don't
men.
always have to be strong sometimes.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you just need to sit down and talk to them. And I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have no male figures literally in my life until I got 18. And it was crazy because I just did a story on the gentleman. My best friend is her father, and I just did a story on him in my Real Men issue. And if it wasn't for him, Literally, if it wasn't for that man, I don't know where I would be because we didn't have role models. We didn't have, like I said, we didn't have men role models. You had a lot of male role models, but you didn't have men
There's a
role
difference.
models.
Yes.
And I always try to tell people there's a
Yeah.
difference between a male
Yeah.
and a man.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
when I met him, it was just his aura, his silent strength, and it showed me what I need to do, what I needed to become. So I do that for my kids because my son moved to Buffalo.
We're gonna have to
Yeah,
pause.
okay, my bad.
That's a whole nother subject. That's a whole nother topic. But we want to bring that back up, right? So we want to close. We were focusing on individuals suffering in silence. Don't, right? Because sadly, the rate of suicide is climbing, especially those who served in the military, and then also it's impacting those who are out there. All of us remember the Robin Williams, the comedian, the Morgan Mindy, back in the day.
Yes.
I mean, others. I mean, Dak Prescott, lost his own brother to suicide. So there are men who are suffering and struggling, and we want to, all of these brothers here tonight, want to encourage you to not suffer in silence. You know how you can be vulnerable and not ashamed of whatever has taken place in your life. I don't care what it was. I don't care what it is. We don't have to live in the shame of what has taken place, but we can reach out to get some help. And so I want to bid you all farewell. I want to say good night to you all and just look forward to the next episode. We may have, soul brothers, I like that. Hey man, we may have to bring the next episode where we talk about father and sons, or we go back and we talk about how we were raised and how it has impacted us who we are today. Hey, but you like that?
I like
all
that.
right, so
Yeah.
let's do that thing. Hey, thank you all for joining. This is Dreams in Action. This is your brother, C. Olson Brown, also known as Chappie.
Chappie.